much excitement regarding the big news from Arcade1up. By the way, stop in that quick trip, get a coffee. Welcome to this week's Walk and Talk. As of recording of this, the last weekend, the last Sunday in September. Tomorrow is Monday, the last day of September, reaching October. We're in fall. New products from Arcade1up, the big news. Kind of wanted to play the guessing game. Thought it'd be kind of a fun walk and talk to start off with. What could that big news possibly be from Arcade1up? I remember coming back here spring, probably the last time we were here. Kind of had a speculation when we heard the news of the Marvel Capcom collection coming to the consoles, being able to play this online along with, you know, how we've been doing with Arcade1ups, but having the Punisher on there was what appealed to me. And I thought, what if, you know, if they could do that, we'd get another updated Marvel superheroes? Could it be? Just throwing it out there. You know, we talked about it before. Could we see another Capcom Fighter Deluxe? You know, we saw Marvel vs. Capcom 2, we saw X-Men 97. Could it be Marvel superheroes? There are some Marvel theming on that email, and I just kind of want to throw that out there. If they could do online with Punisher, I know they critiqued a couple of things, they changed some of the game. What's to stop Arcade1up from giving us that? Of course, the white elephant in the room is the Mortal Kombat XL. Like, I think it's time. We haven't got the Street Fighter XL, but Street Fighter 2 XL. But why not a Mortal Kombat 2? You know, as much as we want that OG artwork, get the KI. I would love a Mortal Kombat 2 XL. I called over here with the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 going on. Just appreciating this control deck. I mean, this is how to get 2 players. Like, this is a 4-player control deck on an Arcade1up. Just kind of eyeballing this. I think it's right on the 32-inch mark. Look at this. And I always say that the 4-player control decks are perfect to get 2 players, you know, to go side by side, play against each other. I will have an update for Killer Instinct Pro, which I like to call KI Pro, near the end of the video. Just kind of throwing a couple of things around, but I am so excited to have KI again and to, you know, to put this together, test it out, and of course, play it online. And going back to online for a second, if you caught the X-Men stream, I did it last night, Saturday, the 28th. It's been so long, and I kind of messed up when I set up the stream originally. I want to thank everybody for sticking around. We had a vertical screen going. I didn't see in the beginning of the option of making it horizontal. I thought it came up after the fact, so I completely set up the stream incorrectly in the beginning. I have fixed that from happening again, so just throwing it out there. Kind of looking at Gorf reminded me of the vertical screen. Also the XL Golden Tee Midway at Costco. Might stop there later. You know, just kind of do a little Arcade1up update with the Costco in the area. The only cabinet besides the cocktail head-to-head or the partycade that's impossible to find that has Gorf on there. So yeah, just want to throw that out there. I want to thank everybody for watching the stream, and I will fix what happened. I was pretty upset with myself. It was a total rookie mistake. It's been so long since I did a stream, I completely forgot how to do it. And just because it does say Midway, I mean, is it possible? Like, they said something big. Could it actually be Spy Hunter? Will we ever get Spy Hunter? The whole idea of Paperboy is what kind of brought me to the arcade. Having it on there, I don't know if it's just a coincidence thing that it's on the new Midway Golden Tee at Costco, but what if? And that's exactly why I came here to the handlebars. Could we actually get something like this? Is it possible? I mean, you would think, you know, out of all the titles, you know, this could it be more realistic just for the licensing, just, you know, the less risk factor? That would be unbelievable. I just think it's gonna be safe bets, things we've seen in the past. Nothing like completely out of the ordinary, and that's why Paperboy could be possible. If we're talking re-releases, Tron is definitely at the top of my list. Don't think it's gonna be Tron, you know, when they're saying something big, it's, you know, you just get that feeling. And I just wanna come back to here. I think out of everything, this would be a perfect time to give us a Paperboy with that. And you know, we're talking new, big releases, re-releases. We just haven't seen this as a dedicated cabinet. I think it's worth taking the chance, and you know, the whole reason it brought me back here, we're gonna do a next stream next Saturday for Turtles in Time, and of course the OG. And a pretty good time to stop by Best Buy and see what is new at what I like to say is the most surprisingly Best Buy that we've been to in the last couple of weeks, maybe a month or so. Every time we come here, like it's just another surprise of the cabinets that they have on hand. This is where the NBA Jam Deluxe 2-player is. Interested if that new display has in fact moved over here. I can see MK2, the backside of it right here. Oh, and look at Garfield eating the pizza. You'd think he'd be eating lasagna. I haven't had lasagna for a long time. I actually was grocery shopping earlier. Kind of left the Target segment out. You know, kind of want to do a fresh take. Just kind of start off at the Garcade, and then talk some more Arcade1up. We'll stop at Best Buy, a couple other places. But yeah, I'm kind of craving lasagna, and he's eating pizza. A couple of changes already. This was not here the last time we were here. Now we're kind of focusing on Arcade1up, but how cool would it be playing Stranger Things on here? Gosh, could this actually convince me to buy in? That's got to be pretty intense. MK2 is still hanging around as the display, not seeing a price on you know, open box, on display unit. So this one looks like it's here to stay for now. Nothing new on the ticket system at the kiosk, but mind you, this is the only kiosk that I have found in any Best Buy in my area. Here was the Arcade1up area. They had the cabinets over here. Then they moved True Force in and got rid of Pac-Man, put the shelves in, and then swapped the spots for Mortal Kombat 2. But this is also new. They have a clearance area on the side over here. So all these figures are in fact clearance. So you can pick up Alan. Whenever the clearance, the label is off. So maybe that's why he's showing up here. And then they have a couple Zelda, Super Smash Brothers, and some backpacks, but the Hangover. It's classic Carlos. 4 Golden Tee Deluxe just sitting here at Best Buy, $4.99. Price hasn't changed. Might have actually been 5 of them. Maybe somebody picked one up, or it was 4 this entire time. This is new. Okay, so the TVs are over on this side, and they moved the clearance over here, so I'm guessing that all the collectibles will be down this aisle. Everything that they had on the other side kind of maybe wedged into one. Maybe they clearance some more of the other stuff, but all the Arcade1up still kind of at this back wall. Nothing new. I was hoping that there's a rumored cabinet coming to Best Buy, and we didn't see it when we were at Best Buy Friday, and we're not seeing it now. But I'll give you a hint on what that possibly is, and that's just speculation, because I'm hearing from others that in fact saw it at their Best Buy. Going through all the Arcade1ups, just at the top of my search, they are showing some in stock at Walmart. Looks like Home Depot, I mean, you call that a deal, $4.89, $11 cheaper. I remember the days when it was $4.49. Heck, remember when it was $3.99 for that one weekend. You gotta wonder how many, I keep asking this, how many Golden Axe are really available yet in store. Probably talking about this Best Buy. And something really interesting is at Abt Electronics, another place I kind of leave out because, you know, we don't make it to Illinois a lot. I was actually thinking about going this weekend, but other things kind of factored in, and possibly next weekend we'll do our return to Abt. You can also pick up a lot of cabinets over there. I've never went to a Best Buy and actually left with the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 X-Men 97 cabinet, but at Abt, they do have them in store along with Golden Tee Deluxe, along with a lot of other Arcade1ups. They had a display of the 32 Infinity game board, and this location does have the Infinity game board for sale, so it's interesting. You know, between this Best Buy and Abt, this is basically the only places I have come across these. $1,000. Like, who would pay $1,000 for an Arcade1up? Well, I guess I did because I bought KI Pro, which the review of the unboxing is coming soon. Haven't pinpointed the dates yet. I'll kind of go over that near the end of the video. I did move the cabinet inside and kind of come up with a game plan of what I was thinking about when that video will hit, when I'll have time to put it together. But man, you really gotta want something for that price, don't you? Consistent changes at Best Buy every time we come. It's slow changes, but look at the Ultimate Warrior here. It's one of my favorites as a kid. You know, after the Hulk Hogan era, it was always cool. Like, he was one of the good guys. You know, the Undertaker, Macho Man was kind of back and forth, but yeah, big Ultimate Warrior fan. I really liked him. I mentioned that, you know, at the last Best Buy, there was a lot of TVs, and you know, I was told there's always TVs at Best Buy. I'm just telling you, it just seems like there are more right now. Like, they're ramping up. That's what made me think about Black Friday, and I just want to kind of throw out a couple of things coming up before Black Friday. There's going to be Circle Week, which we'll talk about in a couple of days, followed by another Prime Week. So if there's anything you're kind of thinking about picking up, not saying you're going to get like an Arcade1up discounted, but you'll get more points. So if there's something you're thinking about getting in the next week, 2 weeks, hold off until Target and Amazon run their deals, because you might get some incentives for something down the road to pick up, or maybe even a discount. But I'm telling you, the TVs, they are ramping up for, you know, the holiday season. And another reason for me to hold, you know, off, maybe Prime Day. Maybe I use my points and I pick up the Switch then. If they have some incentives, I kind of wanted to wait until November. But, you know, if I pick it up a month earlier than I originally planned to, as long as you can save money. I do have some points to put towards it, not as much as I wanted to, but I don't want to miss out on playing the Punisher online. I want the actual game, and I think it's coming out in November. I'd like to have everything set up by the time, you know, the actual card is available. Have you know, get all set up online with the Switch, and yeah, play some online Punisher. I don't know, maybe it's just me. It just seems like there's more energy at Best Buy. I think there was kind of a little bit of a concern, you know, a few months ago, especially coming to this location, seeing other Best Buys. You know, we stop at Best Buy so much that there's stuff happening. There's construction going on. They're really ramping up, and the concern of, you know, what's going to happen is Best Buy in trouble? They're not. I mean, there's a lot of energy happening here. There's a lot of new stuff, and I think it's going to be really cool what we see from Arcade1up and other brands, collectibles, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation at Best Buy. They're really pushing to get people in here, and having something for everybody is a good thing. You know, on a Sunday, there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of activity going on. And what's not a good thing on a Sunday is this score right here. Every time I look, it is getting worse, and I'm kind of not happier. I'm doing a video right now because I don't want to be sitting at home watching this. Walmart's going to be another interesting place as we get closer to, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, the holidays. Like, I'm still in shorts and t-shirt. I know people down south and out, you know, West Coast are like, hey, that's what we wear all year. I mean, it's just a matter of time before, you know, you're not going to see any parking lot here. You're going to see a bunch of snow covering the ground, and Black Friday, Christmas shopping. Keep an eye on Walmart along with Best Buy. No, not for Arcade1up claw machines. Even though you know, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people interested in them. I get it. And you get that whole game room feel going, but it's not going to be Arcade1up claw machines I'm talking about at Wally. I think a lot of Walmarts are going to carry Arcade1ups right in the main aisle. Anything they kind of want to liquidate, like NFL Blitz, you know, some of the peasant versions, expect to come across some of these. I actually kind of had a feeling that they would be at this location because any Walmart that once carried Arcade1ups probably will again. A lot of good classics here. We have a Batman 80th anniversary 18 film collection, the Titans, X-Men 3 film. I mean, you don't see this. You know, we don't see DVDs like we used to. Thundercats, Batman the animated series, and of course Justice League. You know, right here. I mean, even Teen Titans. Like, you know, it had its time. Teen Titans Go, kind of goofy, but it's kind of, just look at all the varieties here. Like, we don't see this at stores anymore. You know, thankfully Walmart is still carrying a lot of the DVDs. Yeah. Star Trek too. I don't know, is Little Monsters considered a horror movie? Look at Frankenstein. Gosh, look at these old movies. Kickboxer with Van Damme. I haven't come across a Victor Stone Cyborg yet. They even have the Chase Batman figure here. Saw these at GameStop. Walmart really surprising you with, you know, a lot of collectibles you just kind of stumble across. I know I'm going a little DC heavy, but look, we're waiting for the Marvel. When it comes to the Secret Wars, I mean, we just have to wait another couple of months. And actually, I have this Iron Man. I actually might, he's still in the package, might sell off. And I kind of mentioned that before, that I might sell some of the other action figures I have in preparation to get other stuff. The Secret Wars, I bought him originally because of the Secret Wars. Reminded me when I had him in, you know, the early 80s. Now they're bringing that back, and you know, that's the one I really want. So might part with him. Like, it's just the whole thing of, just because we see something necessarily doesn't mean, you know, we have to pick him up. Just like seeing Victor Stone over here. Do I really need him? But it's cool coming across him, because man, they got Cyborg at Walmart. You know, just like Bartman. You know, I picked up Bartman and then I returned him because I had decided I didn't really have a use for him. I just didn't want to have that, you know, fear of missing out, that seeing him in a store. Now there's Bartman showing up at Walmart again, along with Groundskeeper Willie. And it just goes to what I always say is, sometimes, you know, you think you won't have that chance to see something again, and it will just show up when you least expect it. Now, how does this bring back memories? Jumanji, a game for those who seek to find a way to leave their world behind. What a great movie. Remember seeing that, you know, seeing this in the theaters, you know, probably 95. That's when the arcades, you know, they had arcades. Going up to the arcade machines, the cabinets. That's where I played a lot of, you know, the titles that I'm into now. A lot of the 90s stuff. And you know, that was the thing, is you see a movie and you'd always make sure you brought extra money for, you know, the arcade room. Jumanji. Gosh, in a wooden box, just like the movie. Well, I don't think it's all a loss at Walmart as far as, you know, kind of retro gaming here. They do have a Pac-Man. I don't know if it's a My Arcade or not. Full color screen. Yeah, actually, I don't know. I'm guessing it's My Arcade. Actually, don't see a manufacturer on here. And swinging into GameStop Retro, and just a reminder, they do have a full week remaining on Pro Week, which is double everything. Instead of 10%, 20%, buy 2 get 1 free, and then on the clearance, buy 1 get 2 free. Kind of like where they moved the My Arcade. So it wasn't My Arcade at Walmart, but the My Arcades at GameStop. Previously at GameStop, at the entrance exit, they had them off to the side. Now next to their retro gaming area, the GameStop Retro. I think this is a pretty good fit. Kind of brings that whole nostalgia retro feel. So the only buy 1 get 2 is the clearance. So if you can find anything in the clearance area, otherwise it's buy 2 get 1 free. Look at this, another Magneto helmet. So we just saw this at another GameStop. So these are back in circulation again. Goes back to what we always say, If you miss out on something once, you'll see it again, especially at GameStop. Heck, even Walmart lately. One day I might give in to the Adam West. I don't know what it is. If it's the chance to win the cowl, out of everything, I think that would be, imagine just having that. You know, when they said something big from Arcade1up, maybe they're referring to another XL, because the XL Midway Arcade Classics has sold out at this very Costco location, and along with the Ms. Pac-Man pub table has also sold out. You gotta wonder if that's a safe bet, like knowing how the XLs did, especially at Costco with Pac-Man. Maybe we get, you know, I kind of thought about this, a Capcom XL, maybe a Marvel. What if? I guess you never know. It is cool to think about and exciting, the possibility of a Paperboy dedicated cabinet. But the fact that they threw all those brands on there, it might be another XL multicade. I don't know. I think they might be hinting at, could you imagine if everything we're looking at was on one cabinet? Is that what they're saying? You know, there's the 6 years, and then they say something big. You know, the big deal about 6 years, Arcade1up being in business. Something big is on the way. Could it be another XL? Could it be all of this? And that's gonna do it for today. Sunday shoppers heading into Costco. Almost out of Arcade1ups. Expect something big. I mean, what do you think? I think it'd be another multi-cade XL. I think that's a safe bet. I don't know if a claw machine is necessarily big. Like, I don't know, in that terminology, 6 years of being in business, with everything we saw in there, I don't think that is representing a claw machine. I think it's another multi-cade. Just a reminder that our live streams every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. Gonna stick with some beat-em-ups for a while, and I did correct the little mishap I did on having a vertical screen. It will now be horizontal. It'll take up most of the picture, so I apologize. Thanks for hanging in there. I know what I did. In the beginning, I was supposed to select. I thought it would be after the fact, so once I had already scheduled the stream, there was no way for me to go back and change it. I would have had to end the stream, and I just didn't want to do that. It was just kind of went with it, you know, and you know, I think it turned out okay. We had a good time. I want to thank the Real Zim for jumping in, the Cornercade for jumping in. We played some games, and everyone in the chat, I really appreciate it. Our next stream is going to be Turtles, and we'll do Turtles in Time. Play through at least 2 games, and yeah, kind of stick with the beat-em-ups for a little bit. Getting into November, we'll go back to NBA Jam and some NFL Blitz, some more sporting games. Being, you know, once the NBA season starts, NFL season is going on right now, and my Packers are not looking very well. Neither am I. Kind of getting blinded by the sun here. I'll turn around. I don't know, the multi-cade, I think it's a possible idea. And here's the crazy thing, is we didn't get Mortal Kombat on the last XL that's at Costco. Not every Costco is sold out, by the way, but there's 2 out of the 3 Costcos in this area have completely sold out of the XLs. What if they in fact did a Mortal Kombat XL or a Capcom with the Marvel games? And the funny thing about that is we haven't seen a Street Fighter 2 XL yet. Imagine if they just bypassed that, did a multi-cade, and just threw everything else on there. That's Arcade1up. That's the kind of things that they do. Stuff we least expect. I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Or they just made more of the Midway Arcade Classics, and they sold them at other places than just Costco. That's a strong possibility too. West, you look like a mob boss. Hello, Mr. West. Just kind of hanging out on a Sunday. I didn't know you were home alone. Of course, he's not really home alone because he got Miss Loki over here, who has a new arcade. So when I brought KI in from the garage, mind you, it is super heavy. I come around the corner, and here's Loki just sitting on top of it. Managed to get it in, and these white handles popped off. Like, it is that heavy. Now, I mean, it is awkward to lift from, you know, to kind of stretch yourself to try to hoist that up, but Man, I just don't remember an Arcade1up being this heavy before. Planning on hopefully start to unbox, put together tomorrow, and have a video out Tuesday or Wednesday. So hopefully we'll have a new cabinet very soon in the arcade.